episode of Dandadan if I have ever seen one. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go full bore on episode 9 of Dandadan. So make sure you have your turkey, your gravy, mac and cheese and rolls. Happy Thanksgiving, y'all, because this is about to be a full course dissection of one of the craziest episodes yet. Breaking down everything from Momo, Okaroon, and Ira, all the way to Serpo and that crazy final fight. I challenge you to get this video to 1,500 likes, and let's see if we can get 15 people to hit that subscribe button too. If we do, I will do a stream this week reading through some of the Dandadan manga with all of you in the chat. So let's get... Okay, so it goes without saying, as I've already said it, but this episode was just so damn great. We immediately get this showcase of the full form of Ira's acrobatic silky transformation. Now, this is one of my favorites in the entire series to this day, only because it's just one of the coolest visuals in the entire series. I mean, you have her legs and kicks, which reminds me so much of Sanji from One Piece, but like, you know, the cool aspects of Sanji. Zoro is still better, obviously, but I mean, who even likes Sanji? I mean, legit. If anyone watching this video likes Sanji, I want to personally meet you at PAX and fight you in a mud pit. Talk shit, get hit, buddies. Anyways, I also love her hair too. It's odd, isn't it though? One of the best aspects of Ira's entire character is, as you guys put it, and it will forever information. And gosh, I just love Ira. Don't you guys? Ira is cool. And no, I'm not simping. So Ira, being her natural self, sees Okaroon stark naked. And here is the thing, because it's Ira and she can't read the goddamn room, she jumps to the conclusion that Okaroon is trying to betroth her. Now, I'm not the most popular with the ladies. I run an anime channel, for Christ's sake. What do you expect? But I'm also like 100% certain that this is not how that works. But I love how she immediately just regains her composure and carries on. That was really good comedic timing. So Ira quite literally opens a can of whoop ass on the Serpo and the Abba alien, while Okaroon desperately looks for clothes. And honestly, I am so glad that they changed this scene from the manga. In the manga, you get a full view of Ira's, well, her unmentionables, which is, you know, I mean, you get that pretty much in this episode too, but later on. Which, to be clear, you know, I don't give two craps about. I have much more troubling events of my life, so that's you know, this is not my priority. But I do like it from the angle of phrasing there. I do like it from the angle of the animators just doing something different, fun, and unique that also looks pretty good as well. Wow, a reasonable and balanced response. However, with this being Ira, there is no balance for her because she quite literally falls on her head because of some invisible wall. Now, this is obviously no doubt from the way the device has worked and created this empty space. However, we gotta talk about this fight because this is another certified Wincient's Waru moment. They absolutely decimate this schoolroom, and I was so impressed with just how destructive their fighting looked too. You can really feel and see the impact and the detail of the destroyed walls and school. It just looks so visceral and cool. I also got a chuckle out of Okaroon trying desperately to find clothes. Also, guys, this is literally that recurring nightmare we all have where we go to school naked. You know, the embarrassing ones. I thought that was a subtle but clever joke. It was so cool when Ira was like, I have my heart set on someone else, but I'll give you as many chances as you want to come at me, bro. That was a really cool line and shows just how confident she feels in this form. Or maybe that just comes from her delusion. And she makes good on calling herself a refined lady because she sends the alien dinner plate first into the ceiling. And guys, what the heck is this anime? Seriously, I don't think I've ever been this impressed with something like since Chainsaw Man or, God, Look Back. This is truly some incredible production for a 12-episode core. But Serpo catches, as he calls her, woman person, which confirms that Serpo probably is a red-pilled incel. I wonder if he went to the camp where they cry into each other's arms. Also, this is another change from the manga too, which if you want me to go over the changes in a separate video, then, you know, leave a like, just saying. But in the original, this was much more, shall we say, fan servicey? Nothing too bad, mostly just Serpo coming off as kind of sexual assaulty, if that is how you could describe it. But once again, I don't mind it too much, but it is a big tonal change, and in the anime version, you wouldn't even know. He just points to Ira as a pseudo-moe blob thing. Honestly though, I think I like the change because of what occurs later on in the story. It just fits much better in this version. But I do like Ira's defiance through all of this, proclaiming herself to be the chosen one and that she will not succumb to them, which immediately ends with her getting punched damn near through a roof. Seriously, for how much the anime onlys probably don't like Ira right now, take notice at how much she's been beaten up since she's been introduced. It happens like every episode. So can we like, I don't know, be a little nicer to Kirby here? I mean, much like Kirby, she may suck, but like, it's Ira. She's cool. Water under the bridge, right? So Okarun, being the noble one, decides to defend Ira and use his transformation, which was such a cool scene. Just goes to show that despite the situation, Okarun puts himself on the line to protect all of his friends. He's a super good boy, yes he is, but they are then immediately crushed in the quote, awesome zone, which is the combination of the aliens' psychokinetic powers. This moment was great as the animation for it was absolutely stellar. And so the reason for ABBA being here begins to make a much more sense because they cannot enter the awesome zone, and so they get him to do it for them and pummel them. However, Miss Momo Ayase comes to the rescue and helps Okarun break through the awesome zone. And typically, I always love it when Momo was on the screen, but this week, wow. I've never been so happy to see a character I see every episode predictably do the thing that she obviously is supposed to do. Also, just the fact she says that this is what Okarun gets for, quote, making out with that bitch. Personally, I think I like this line better in the manga because she calls Ira a skank, which is overkill and funny, but bitch will do. After the opening, God, we're like halfway through this video. After the opening, Ira makes a huge mistake by calling Okarun her dear kin Takakura, which hilariously causes Momo to lose composure and die, and causes them to succumb to the awesome zone once again. And I love their reactions too. We are not sure what is going on, but this is good, right? Yeah. So the Serpo decides that after ABBA gives up, to drill into his noggin and turn him into a pretty awesome looking bug creature. And holy mother of God, this entire initial fight was just so damn good. Wincius Waru has quite literally done something I think many people have deemed impossible. Adapt Dandadan better than the manga. Like, how? How is that possible? This was all just so well done, from the voice acting, the Takakura joke that kills Momo every time. It was great, to all of the action and everything. I mean, I even love the whole jealousy angle they play with Ira and Momo here. It's just also fun and not at all grating. I bet everyone watching $1 million that if this kind of thing were in any other anime, we'd probably be hating on it. Because that's what we do. We're haters, man. At least that's what my comments tell me when I say something even remotely negative. But this next part is quite easily my favorite of the episode. When Nessie came into the scene, I immediately began to I don't know, I just shook. I was just shaking. I was vibrating. I was like Comey when she's confronted with people in front of her. The best way I can describe it is as if I woke up to Madhouse announcing on Blue Sky that they're gonna do a 1-to-1 adaptation of Berserk. It's that feeling, you know the one. And I also love how Okarun geeks over Nessie and Ira just finds it so cute and adorbs. It's such a powerful scene too in terms of all that it means in that moment to Okarun as well. I mean, he's being proven right. He wasn't crazy. So as they gawk, Okarun and Momo make a beeline while Ira is just left hanging there for a moment. I thought that was funny. Even funnier is when Ira gets uppercut into the stratosphere. Oh my God. Like I said, can we be nice to Ira? Okay. She's like the punching bag in the show right now. She's atoned enough already. We get it. She's diluted. Who cares? Also, a great bit of detail here. The alien is even more powerful underwater, so he is basically in the ideal environment to completely destroy them. And to make matters worse, Okarun's powers, they're not working because Turbo Granny doesn't know how to swim, which does make sense. I mean, her hips are probably just 2 pieces of 2x4 at this point. So this is where we get into one of my favorite moments of the episode that was just so well done. Even better than in the manga, mostly because the voice acting was just so damn great here too. Momo doesn't want to save Ira, but Okarun, he kind of gets onto her for wanting to leave a person behind, because to Okarun, this is a human being. You can't just leave a fellow human to die, right? Well, this is where everything comes out, and they argue like a couple. Momo just can't get past what she thinks she saw, so Okarun takes her hands in his and kind of sets him straight. He looks into her eyes and explains that she should let him explain this to her from him if this is truly bothering her and if it is that important. And hearing this, she turns into putty within his hands. Momo is super duper weak to Okarun, and it's both cute and also really touching. She cares deeply for Okarun, and it hurts her a lot to misunderstand and see what she did. However, she also likes Okarun so much that it both causes a rift between them and kind of resolves itself, because she also can't help but trust Okarun Okurun as well. It's a nice moment between the two, and the acting was just so damn good. They conveyed the tension between them so well. And don't get me started when they look into each other's eyes underwater. Just get married already, you dum-de-dums. So stick with me here. Momo rides Okurun to get enough speed to launch up and grab Aira to rescue her. She then, for the second time in the series, saves Aira by using her powers to help her breathe again, which then leads to them stripping, phrasing, so they'll be faster in the water. And I love how Aira is reluctant because she only plans to strip on her wedding night. There is just something so plain about Aira. She's just so religiously traditional. It's almost too ridiculous to believe with the way she acts. But I mean, she is seriously that deluded. And I think this is brilliant. It's fucking hilarious. But long live Aira! All hail best girl who also is a Kirby looking ass. So to the pleasure of all those simps out there, everyone is naked when taking on Nessie. So zooming through the water, we take note of Nessie's weaknesses, which is his attacks. They have to be used underwater, and they have to, take in the water, so it takes time and all that, and it's not as consistent as, it seems. But this, what the hell, what was I saying there? This allows Aira to dive kick on the Nessie alien hybrid, but I think it was called like the Dover alien or something like that. But once again, she is sent flying into the ceiling of the school, and seeing that the alien is about to finish Aira off, Momo and Okurun make a daring rescue to save her. Then we get, oh my god, the best and most badass part of this episode. They are all separated, and Momo comes face to face, and while holding her breath, she simply puts out her hand, beckons to it to come hither. Momo, oh god, she is just so freaking awesome. She'll fight an alien. If she has to, she'll do it. and she has got Nessie's number because she uses her powers to allow Okurun a runway to beam through the alien and save Momo and Aira and saving the day. I also love the touch of the still frames that were incredibly detailed. These were beautiful. They didn't have to do that, but they were so high quality and added so much to the final moments of this episode. However, not all is well. At the end of the episode, after defeating Nessie, Okurun and Momo are teleported into the middle of the hallway naked and on top of each other. They're like wet. Oh my god. Probably wasn't a good thing. Momo literally says, "Thank you for being hard." How in the hell are they going to explain this? I have no idea, but what I do know is, wow, this episode was a certified banger. Let me know what you guys thought about the episode, and remember, Archie